When we go now to your interior offensive linemen, so we've grouped the guards and the centers together, which is good. We didn't even know if we do top 5 for this. If we just throw them with offensive linemen.
It kind of happened organically.
But there's enough dudes.
There definitely is enough dudes, and there's some guys, again, that, hey, we're going to talk about here where they played tackle in college, but they're made to be NFL guards. That's what they are, right? They could play some tackle if you need be, but I don't think it's the position that they're going to be most ideal at.
All right, so here we go. Your Tier 1 is Athletic Bulldozer, and you just have one player in your Tier 1. So this one stands a little bit above the rest. Your number 1 interior offensive lineman for 2024 is
Taliese Fuaga. Think I got it right?
Yeah, I think you did.
Fuaga?
Yeah.
Fuaga, right?
Fuaga.
Okay, all right.
Oregon State.
All right. Fuaga is awesome to watch. Fuaga is, without question, the best run-blocking offensive lineman in this draft. Like, there's no doubt about it. And again, I think he can play tackle. He can do that. But I don't think he's ideal length for tackle. Hey, he's 6'6", he's 324, he's an incredible athlete. Like I'm sure you saw, Mr. Notes and Film Watcher over here.
Film Watcher.
33 1/8 arm, right? That's not exactly ideal. Most NFL teams would like 34 above when you're talking about franchise tackles, right? When you get into that conversation, right? He's a little bit more, has a guard look, right? It's not the most impressive legs and all of that. He moves really well and he shows power, but he's a little bit more center of gravity, got a belly, and has that kind of look to him,
Here he is.
right? Maybe as compared to the other guys we've talked about that were just huge, hulking human beings that way. Mm-hmm. But it's this stuff. He's the first guy off the ball every snap. I mean, moves people is an understatement, really. I mean, it's a highlight film at times of watching him just absolutely destroy people on contact. That's where he's really good, right? And it's not like he hits you with his hands and tries to catch you and then push you and do all that. He delivers blows with his face and, his shoulders and moves people that way. Second level blocking, insane, right? Ability to move in space, cut people off, screen game, whatever. I mean, it's elite. His run blocking is elite. His athletic ability for his size is elite, right? He does all of that stuff. He's great in space. Versus the pass, he's damn good too. Like I said, he can play tackle. He's got the feet to do that, right? He's got actually pretty damn good technique to do it as well. But it's is he long enough, right? The anchor, all of that stuff are the things I wouldn't be sure about. But either way, I look at him and go, like we talked about with Quentin Nelson earlier, you put this guy in, he's your starting guard, and I think he can be Pro Bowl caliber-ish right away.
You've got how many in this one? You've got 2 players in Tier 2, and this is versatile staples. So you got staples of your team, versatile players. You don't quite like them in Tier 1, but they're Tier 2 for your number 2 inside lineman is
Troy Fautanu from Washington. Yeah, maybe, arguably, the best overall athlete of all the linemen in the draft. That is how I would look at it. He is a phenomenal athlete in every area, right? There's not a lot of bad to his game, okay? Pass protection, footwork, all of that is incredible, right? Got pretty long arms. He does, right? Now, I don't know if he's got ideal overall tackle length. I don't know if I really feel comfortable in that department. Nor am I going to say, again, do I know if I think his anchor is quite in the same, stratosphere as some of the top tackles we talked about, right? I mean, again, Latham, Mims, right? You saw guys run at them at full speed and sometimes go, damn, I mean, they didn't move an inch. Like, they literally were just like, no, this stops here. You shall not pass, yeah. Right?
He almost sees to cede ground and use his athletic ability to kind of get in the way.
Exactly right. That's exactly right, right? He's got some nastiness in pass pro, right? He'll come off a guy and knock him and do that, and he enjoys dominating in pass pro. I thought the run game stuff was underwhelming. To me, in the run game, he's a I just do my assignment blocker, right? And that's where I would like to see a little more aggression in that department because he shows killer aggression, pass blocking, run game, and I don't know if you agree with here, but you don't ever see him really dominate people or root people out. You don't see him get beat. Right? His guy doesn't make the tackle, but he does it a little more like we talk about. He's really good technique, gets his great athletic ability, and he just cuts the guy off. And you go, okay, he didn't make the tackle, but he didn't dominate him either, right? There's not that. I think that's the big thing with him. But a lot along the lines to me of like a lesser physical Elijah Vera Tucker for the Jets. That's what I looked at. Could play guard or play tackle. He's pretty safe pick because of that. Right? And I think that's where a lot of teams will see that value and go, well, we'd like him at tackle, but if it doesn't work, he can definitely do guard. Really like the player, incredible athlete.
As we're motoring through here, 6'5", 313, 21 years old, was just a 3-star recruit out of high school, and now he's on Chris Simms' top 5 list. Number 3 for you is?
Graham Barton, Duke. Played left tackle at Duke. No way he'll be a left tackle in the NFL. He's Joe Tooney to me. That's who I look at, right? That to me is who he looks like in his uniform. He plays like him, right? I mean, again, Graham Barton, again, is another guy that I'd go, he's a really safe pick. I think some of these safe picks might get a little overvalued because teams are just going to go, wait, he can play tackle, right? So he's got that. That saves us a little bit, but I think he's best at guard. Maybe he could play center. Right, so he's another one where you just said that about the PFF that said that about Fuaga.
Yeah,
same kind of thing where I go, he could probably play all 5 offensive line positions, but I think best is guard. Again, the length, the ability to anchor, do that type of stuff. I don't think he's made to do that against elite NFL rushers. That's not where he is. But as far as consistency. He's the Joe Alt of guards, let's just say. Consistency, gets the job done, right? He's a twitchy athlete with very good feet, right? Can do all the things that we heard Joe Alt talk about with Connor. It's great cutoff blocks, reach blocks, all those things athletically are really damn good, all right? He delivers the blow like a guard, right? To me, it's not like, I hit my hands on him or I just shield him off with my body. He brings it in that department.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's a really safe pick. And again, a guy that I look at that go, I don't think he's going in the top 20 picks, but 20 to 32, I definitely think we're going to see Graham Barton go off the board in that area.
As we go into Tier 3, another promising but needs polish category, this guy played center in college. He's 6'3". He's 328 pounds. He turned 21 years old in January, so he's another youngin. Your number 4 interior offensive lineman is?
Jackson Powers Johnson from Oregon, right? Bo Nix's center. The guy, he put his hands on his butt a whole lot, certainly. Maybe more than he'd like.
Ask him about
I will. I'll be like, what kind of butt did Powers Johnson have? Tell me, let me know there.
To scout it.
Pure center, right? Like him a lot. Like the body. When I think about a center, I do think of them a little differently, right? It's not about length all the way and some of that type of stuff, right? It's about twitchiness. They got to snap a ball and block somebody. So you better be really twitchy and explosive that way to get that done, right? Also, stoutness a little bit, power of the body. That's what I like about Powers Johnson. Powers Johnson is made to be a top-notch pass protecting center. That's where I really like it. Now, where I say he needed the polish and all that is I think he needs like the run game could use a little work, right? But I still think I saw enough there that I went, I think he can be good at this. It's just Oregon didn't run a ton. That wasn't what they were all about. Their runs were, let's throw another screen pass, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
But when I looked at him from the pass protection part of that, I just went, damn, he's got a similar body to Creed Humphrey, who we saw in Kansas City, right? I have no doubt that he moves his feet well, and he can get off the ball to where, he's going to be a handful for defensive tackles to think they're just going to run by this.
Your number 5 interior offensive lineman in the draft class of 2024 is 6'5", 311 pounds. He's 22 years old. As you get to the proper page, his name is?
Jordan Morgan, Arizona. Man, I love Jordan Morgan a lot. Here's a guy that played tackle that there is no chance he can play tackle in the NFL. But when you talk about the athletic ability and what's necessary to play the guard position, and of course strength and be able to move the people, yeah, that's all there. That is all there. You could see the athletic ability, the get off in the run game, right? He can fire and hit people and get on them before they're ready to go, right? Easily makes reach blocks and cut off blocks on D linemen. The second level stuff it's phenomenal. The athleticism, the get off in the run game, bendable and pliable, right? To be in those wrestling matches and still win them in awkward positions, right? Good power on contact, moves people with the initial blow, right? Loose hips, bendable like I talked about, keeps legs going on contact, right? You know, I wish he was a hair more nasty like Bergeron, I wrote, right? That. But the bottom line is the guy is a guard all the way who needs some technique work. He's not big enough, long enough man to play tackle in the NFL. Arms aren't long enough either. Yeah. But, you know, he can be a high-level guard for a lot of years. And like I said, it reminds me of Bergeron, just a less physical version of him, but every bit the athlete he was. I kind of put him... I wrote 33 to 50, right? So I didn't put him in the first round. I put him right at the start of the second.
Yo, homies, what's up? I know it's the offseason, but it's never the offseason on Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Me and Ahmed Fareed are going to be here for it all. You know, we got free agency. We're going to break it all down. The draft, the rankings of positions. Of course, we're going to unpack it all. Hit subscribe, get to my free agency reactions, 2024 draft rankings, and more. Thanks again for watching. Peace out, homies. See you soon.